Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, and welcome to episode number 6 for Rating Recap R&R. I'm your host, Wingzer, level 110 Demon Hunter, playing Vengeance. I'm joined by my co-host, Mark Percasio. How's it going, Mark?
Hey Gavin, how's it going? It's me, Mark Percasio, 110 under the Soccer Monk. Today we've got two guests.
Yeah, we got two special guests. You heard them already. David, why don't you give them a little introduction?
Hey guys, I'm David. The many faces of the guild. 110, everything.
And we're also joined by Jonathan. Jonathan, why don't you give the viewers a little introduction?
Hey, my name is Jonathan. I go by the name of Grotraz. Some people know me by Dragdown also. I'm a 110 hunter. Marksmanship hunter.
Nice. Alright. Well, you guys have been my guildmates for a while. So as we do every show, I have prepared a couple topics in advance. And we'll start with the first topic. If you could model a MMO around any anime or show, what universe would you set your fantasy in?
Holy shit.
Who's this for?
So we'll all take turns answering.
Oh. Okay.
If you guys have trouble coming up with an answer, I can start it.
Why don't you
Alright,
lead it off,
if I could
Gavin?
model a MMO after any anime or fantasy, I would do High School of the Dead. I like the whole zombie archetype.
Yeah. I like
And
that.
and trying to survive. Like it would be fun trying to get with the other colony and being with a bunch of
You just want big tits,
of
right?
fan servicey stuff. Oh, that would be hype. What about you, Mark? What answer would you give?
If I could do an MMO out of any anime, I'd do it off of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Nice.
I like the collection aspect that people do. I mean, it's pretty much an MMO already when you're collecting cards, but with this one, you're spending real life money to get cards. So
So what would be your first raid in that expansion, in that world?
we're gonna be following the arcs pretty much. I know for sure we're gonna have one Maximilian Pegasus boss fight, followed by, I don't know if it's the right show, but we're gonna be looking into like you know how there's like dark
Mhm.
gods for old gods in WoW. It's pretty much the same concept. We're gonna be going to the millennium pieces. I don't
Yeah,
even remember.
collecting all of them. That would be your first story arc.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What about you, David?
Does it have
No,
to
like
be an
any
anime?
show or like any world fantasy.
I think it'd be like Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your show though.
Oh, I sense a theme between answers.
I don't know. It's cool to survive. Except, I don't know. I think it's cool surviving, building your own base, and like trying to make allies. This is fucking. Oh, I swore. Oh, this Pandaren warrior keeps trying to do it.
I think the fun aspect of a zombie archetype would be like betrayal, or literally fending for yourself as a character.
Where did the show come from, man?
So I'm just making this up.
Basically, us last expansion then.
What about you, Jonathan? What story or arc would you take after?
I'd base it off of Fate, man. Or Fate.
You summoned? Like, would everyone be the summoned?
Hell yeah, dude. Everyone would be a summon. They summon one servant of each type. Oh, that'd be so fucking cool.
Right, that would be nuts. Hold on, raid. Hold.
Or sword art.
Yeah, dude, you get to fight like. What would you fight? You fight like fucking Gilgamesh or
Right,
something.
Gilgamesh would be like the final boss of every single expansion.
I know, yeah.
Hey, we're paused, on the queue. Alright, we'll go on to the next topic. That was good. That was a good warmer. The start of an expansion is an exciting time where people rush in with everything being extremely new and fresh. What is your tactic to start, and how do you handle the initial push? So
Wait, I wasn't even listening. I was trying to queue up for BG.
so to summarize, at the beginning of expansions, how do you guys handle the beginning? Do you guys?
Oh.
For me personally, I don't watch a lot of footage or a lot of quest footage. I mainly just look at the classes and see what's different. And for me, questing wise and all that, I don't really care too much about my gear. I mainly just want to grind the quests and level cap as soon as possible. That's tended to hurt me in the long run though, because I always have to go back to finish quest lines, which sort of sucks. Yeah, so my tactic for Legion, I'm planning on just full clearing the zones at the beginning, or Battle for Azeroth. I'm planning on just full clearing the zones in order to, I don't know, just immerse myself in the world. So,
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna be doing that same thing where I'm just gonna be completing zones, finishing the storyline, see what's happening, and then probably hop on Discord and talk with friends while we complete each zone. Hopefully, no one spoils it. Pretty
you don't
cutter
care
stuff.
about world quest or killing rare mobs?
I think that's part of the leveling process. As you clear the zone, you're gonna encounter them along the way. I mean, there's always some stuff you're gonna miss, but you can always come back after.
Yeah. What about you, Jonathan?
I think I tend to finish everything because I don't like going back. Like I remember in Cataclysm when I first started, I think me and Mark, or Mark was trying to help me level up back then, and then we just like ended up grinding through every zone, and then I ended up missing like a bunch of quest lines and stuff. So when I had the time, I went back and finished it, and then I missed a lot of stuff. That was pretty cool. So I think even now, I'd rather just do everything instead of doing it later, so I can get it over with. And then when I get the level cap, I can just focus on gear.
So do you follow the storyline? I know a lot of us don't actually follow the story.
Like actually.
Yeah, like not necessarily reading the quests, but listening to dialogue and like experiencing cutscenes.
Not really. I rather watch people like
Yeah,
level.
I love his channel, dude. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
That's his introduction.
Oh, that was pretty good, dude.
I thought you played a video from it.
I know, yeah.
What about you, David? What's your tactic for new expansions?
I think pre this conversation, I was just gonna do what I do every expansion, is just read that suggested level above each zone, and when it's time to move on, I just move on and I leave the quest behind. But I realized that I always have to go back at max level and do the rest for rep or unlock other important quests that I missed. So maybe this time it'll be different.
Nice. How do you expect to do that on 5 tunes? Just joking.
I think this time I'm not gonna get to level that much tunes.
Is it just a time constraint in your opinion?
Yeah. Because I don't even play that much now during weekdays. So I think I literally might just stick to one tune the expansion because I'm forced to.
Alright, we'll move on to the next topic. When deciding classes or specs to play, what are things that you look for and what are deal breakers for you? For me, I like the class fantasy of being able to basically tank everything and be this iron wall for everyone. Also, I really highly value being able to solo elites because I hate waiting for groups or finding groups.
Yeah, especially queues.
And pushing content too. Like finishing bosses where I don't need a healer is really awesome. Especially for heroics. Because sometimes your healer in heroics are very non-competent. So I think everyone wants to know David's answer on this. So what kind of things do you look for in a class?
Let's see. It has different factors. Like one is they're fun to play, but I hate being. Obviously, I always choose Shadow Priest for some reason. I think a lot of it is because I hate being the same class as other people. I like to, I guess, be different. But then, I don't know. After a while, just knowing that there's so much classes in this game makes me want to try everything. And then we always, you know how we raid and stuff. Like, it's not fun just playing each class and doing regular. You always want to raid on them, which does kind of mess up the raid sometimes because I don't have like a dedicated character. Another thing I always think about is like, oh, what, like, you guys are good at like staying on one class. So I always, what would my friends need, like if we were to play together? So that to play also.
Is that why you played Holy Priest last expansion? I mean,
well, it was that like I don't know. You know, like when you go on forums and stuff, you're like, oh, Holy Priest is really hot right now. It makes you kind of
yeah.
jump on the train.
So are you a meta slave then? Is what you're saying?
I think I might be, but like, last expansion I think I did better than the rest because my Holy Paladin was pretty up there.
Yeah.
In terms of like gear and everything.
I remember Jonah would be like, "Wow, David's so good at healing."
Yeah, we got pretty far and like.
Yeah, I agree. Like the fact that you stayed on one guy, I think we did a lot better. The fact that you just stayed on one guy the whole time.
That. Do I have to rocket all the plane?
You can. So Mark, what are things that you look for in picking a class? I know that in the past you've played Brewmaster. Was that merely just a performance thing, or?
Oh, it was just fun. I like having an off-spec tank spec, just because when I want to do like a heroic dungeon and no one wants to do a heroic dungeon and I don't want to wait 20-30 minutes just for a dungeon pop, I'd rather just switch specs. And yeah, there's like a lot of different aspects that comes to different roles. I know tanking for sure, there's a lot of different things that come into mechanics for bosses, which I'd like to try out. Like the Twin Emperor fight in
Mohushot.
Yeah, that's something I know for sure DPS wouldn't be doing because that's a different mechanic entirely. It's pretty much just exploring the whole different stuff that WoW has to offer without having to switch, like put so much effort into playing different classes.
So do you think you'd ever play tank again, or? Okay.
No. I mean, for fun, I'd tank.
Like, what if one night one of the tanks can't come? You'd willingly do that? That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. David, you do like no damage to this.
I'm trying to focus on the conversation and play. This is so
I know. Alright, Jonathan, what do you pick? Because, I mean, you've played all, like, every single expansion, you, like, switch pretty much every single raid between your hunter classes. Like, sometimes you'll play, like, marksman, or, like, you'll play survival, you'll be like, oh, I feel like playing, yeah, I just feel like playing survival tonight. So, like, what's your thought process on that?
It's pretty fun at playing different classes. The only thing that sucks is that when I do have to dungeon queue, it's all DPS, so it's like 20-minute queues. So I ended up not wanting to do dungeons. But then when I raid, I usually do like what class does the most damage. So I think with like every patch, it's always different. And I think last expansion, or not last expansion, Legion, marksmanship was always on the top, like I think top 5 or top something like that. So I think I played marksmanship the most. But I do miss playing survival, the old survival.
Yeah.
It just sucks how they reworked survival.
So,
I think survival is like my most like class.
So what makes you want to play the hunter class? Do you just like having pets?
I think it's just because it's my first class I've played ever since Cataclysm. Like, I've been wanting to switch to a shaman. I said that during Legion, and I think also during Draenor, Warlords of Draenor. But then I never really did switch because I just kept playing a hunter and I already know this class.
So you go for comfortability.
Yeah.
Plus, you're just happy enough, right, with the class, is what you're getting at?
it's kind of iffy. It's kind of getting boring now. Playing Hunter, which is why I want to switch to Shaman. Maybe this expansion or next expansion.
I'm fine with whatever as long as you play. Alright, we'll move on to the next topic. Jonathan's helmet has become a trademark representation of his tune. How often do you worry about transmog, and what kind of styles do you tend to look for? Your Gotras helmet?
Are we talking about the tusk?
Warlock helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, my Warlock helmet? Dude, that's the only transmog set I have.
Yeah, we know. It's like 4 expansions deep now. Well, for me, transmog, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to it. So basically, whatever the PvP one is, I'll basically use that. Other than that, I'm not too hot on the whole transmog thing. What about you?
Yeah, I think the only transmog set I have is Murloc, and that's it. And plus, it looks cool.
That was from Cataclysm, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's Cataclysm. I think that was the set I wanted to get the most when we were playing Cata, but we never did get it. And when I finally did get it, I was like, oh man, this will be my transmog forever.
What about you, David? Do you ever bother yourself with some good old transmog?
I think the person that got me into transmog is Royce. It's usually around mid expansion or when we have nothing to do. Me and Royce around the old raids. And we try to I don't know, we pick a set and then we both help each other.
That's cool. What about?
Also, it's fun to do raids.
It is, yeah. Like I remember I was doing Siege on Ogamar because we skipped that.
Yeah.
That raid is really cool, and I'm kind of sad we didn't get to experience that raid.
Yeah, I was saying,
Yeah.
what is that? What is the Death Knight raid again?
Ice Crown Citadel.
That's around.
Oh yeah, remember we ninja'd Whispering Frank's skull? No, we didn't. I wanted, but we were gonna.
To anyone
ninja it.
listening, we're not ninjas. We were just dumb kids back then. So what about you, Mark? I know you're all on the whole class fantasy thing.
No, I like changing it up a bit. I don't want to see the same undead monk over and over. I think that's why for the next expansion I might race change if I can be a Zandalari monk
Oh,
or
bro.
undead monk.
The Unforsaken.
But yeah, I like different looks on my guy. That's why I have like different mounts for different occasions, different transmog for different occasions. I mean, it depends on just
So how do
I
you
feel.
make enough money to keep up your transmogs? No, I'm just
Money.
trolling. Alright, we'll move on to the next topic. All of you have a long-standing history of being part of our raid team. What qualities do you enjoy about the group that causes you to come back every expansion? So,
Again?
We're all
yeah, so why do you
buddies.
keep coming back?
Oh, okay.
Because we're all buddies.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it feels like part of the tradition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
too.
tradition.
Tradition.
Also, we always get our. So we might as well have it at the same part of the year.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, we always stop. Like we're eventually always gonna get bored, but when we do come back, it's always like a fun, momentous occasion, like how we're having it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
It's always something good or something to look forward to.
Dave, why don't you put us in queue? I remember when, at the start of Legion, like I remember like being on Discord with you guys and just shouting like, "Oh, let's go!" Like I was so hyped.
Oh, we were in
Yeah,
Valorant.
everyone was standing in front of Khadgar. Like, oh fuck, this is so exciting! Like I remember I stayed up till 4 and I went to work the next day. I had like 2 hours of sleep.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I have a huge passion for World of Warcraft. Like just being able to like play and raid and experience, create memories with my friends. Although it's online and virtual, it's still memories, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like there's always. I mean, nothing's ever gonna take WoW's place already.
Yeah.
besides like I don't know. It's just fun. Remember that one time Cataclysm came out and I went home from school
Yeah.
early? So funny.
Oh, dude, that was a long time.
Haven't you done that for every expansion? You either call in sick or you take a day off
So, yeah.
for that week.
Well, Cataclysm and what else was in high school?
There was Miss Pandaria, but that was in college already.
Oh yeah, I just remember Cataclysm at home.
I think remember
Big
Cataclysm
GameStop.
or near Damien. We'd see each other in the hallways.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, wow.
I remember some of my best memories is going up to Mark, because Mark didn't like talking to anybody, because Mark was just a shy kid. He was a young shy boy. And I'd be like, oh Mark, we're gonna read tonight. He'd be like, why did Gavin come up to talk to me today?
Don't talk to each other.
Yeah. Oh, that was freaking hype.
Oh, keep this online.
Like, I can't be seen with you. Alright, we'll move on to the next topic. We don't think about it much, but we invest a lot of time in game in order to maintain and create something amazing. On a regular day, what are some things that you typically sacrifice in order to play with your fellow Nakama? What's so funny?
Nakamura.
He's so chill.
I think big one for me and Mark. I think. Oh, and Gavin now. The gym,
Yeah.
probably. That and like I think those with girlfriends have to find a way to kind of fit it in to your. Because most of the time, the only time we get to see our girlfriends is after work. So I guess that's a juggle.
What kind of advice would you give Davis?
Well, I don't know. It's hard. Just gotta
buckle it down, yeah. What are some things you sacrifice, Jonathan? I mean, I don't necessarily like sacrifice is a strong word. I mean more of things like what are things you could be doing or things that you do instead.
In exchange for WoW? So I don't. I think so. Next semester I'll be going to Manoa. So I think I'm gonna be like a full-time student, most likely. Try to finish early. So I think I gotta like juggle time this time. 'Cause I think before, cause I didn't really do full-time when I was at LCC. I was just taking like 3 classes and then like all in the morning and then have like homework finished by like afternoonish time. And then I'd have all the free time to like play WoW and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer.
What about you, Mark? What are some things you sacrifice?
Well, I know you said gym already, but now that I'm working full time, it's gonna be a bit harder to actually spend as much time as I can, like perfecting my character, min-maxing. So I probably won't be doing that as much as I'd want to. You know, like we all said, it's pretty much just like a juggling thing that we gotta work with. But you know, we'll see.
For me, what I sacrifice on a regular basis, a lot of times it's mainly just sleep. Because I have the 3-hour time difference. And by the time you guys all usually come on is around 9 o'clock my time. Which, if I'm not like playing video games, that's around the time where I'll start shutting down and just go on Netflix or something. But as long as everyone's willing to get into it, I'm fine with sleeping at like midnight. Yeah, and it's only two nights a week, assuming we raid 2 nights.
Wait, do you still go to gym
No,
in the morning?
I've actually swapped down to 3 days, three gym days.
2 nights a week?
So I'll go, yeah, raiding 2 nights a week. But I'll go Saturday, Monday in the morning, and then either Wednesday or Thursday at night.
Oh.
But I'm there for like an hour, half-ish.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Mark gym tomorrow.
but yeah, a lot of things that I'm sacrificing
Well,
is
today.
mainly just time of sleeping. Me and my girlfriend, we have a pretty mature understanding about my addiction to video games.
What does
She
she do when
just
you're
goes on
reading?
Netflix or
He rates her
she
own.
she watched me play WoW. Nah, she'll go. Funny story. In the past Legion, she would actually leave every single night I raid, and I would tell Jonah, "Oh man, I think my girlfriend's cheating on me." It was like awkward. As soon as I would sign on to raid, she'd be like, "I'm going out." I'd be like, "Okay," and I wouldn't see her
Yes.
until after the raid.
Oh
She's
shit.
just trying to get you to stop reading, I think.
But yeah, she's okay with me playing video games, and as long as I give her enough attention and valuable time, making sure that I'm fully attentive
Yeah.
while I'm with her and all that is pretty much all that matters, and that's all you can really do.
Maybe she was. Maybe she was part of a reading circle.
All right, we'll move on to the next topic. Besides rating, what are things in game that you find fun? For me, one of the I like giving our group objectives. Like the time I covered "Sugar" as a song, because I was just trying to hype everyone up. I was trying to keep everyone highly motivated for killing Emperor de Margok, because at that time it started getting stale because we were just wiping on him so much.
Song was pretty catchy.
I remember when I first did it. I didn't want to do it because it was sort of like a new song. I wanted to go for an old song. But Eugene Moniz was like, "Oh, you should just
Yeah.
do a newer song so that way it ages well." So whenever I hear it on the radio, I always shed a little tear. So what are things that you find fun, David?
I like to arena because it's quick and it's not like raid fights times can do like what
Mhm.
10 minutes,
Mhm.
15. I like arenas because it's quick. Like you either die or you kill to the next one, and then fighting for raiding is also pretty fun. it's like it's like something else to do in the game besides just try to progress story
Yeah.
mode.
So what about pugging? Like, do you tend to do pugging a lot?
Oh, I think after this past expansion I did a lot. 'Cause, you gotta get your keystone. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing in
It's
BFA,
unconfirmed right now.
but that was it's always fun to just play with random people, and I guess see how random people play the game outside of your guild and friend. Yeah, or I'll just go northern and fish.
Whatever floats your boat, man.
Try to get the turtle mount.
What about you, Jonathan?
Outside of raiding, I really enjoy doing mythics or mythic dungeons and the
Mhm.
challenge dungeons
Keep up.
with
Great.
with you, Mark, Angelo, and Jonah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. Like I think did we used to do it after or before raiding? I think it
We do it right
was
before
after, right?
because that's the time I usually get off. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was pretty excited to doing that. But other than that, it was
Yeah.
farming mounts.
So what about you, Mark? What are things that you find fun in the game besides raiding?
I like arena, doing twos. I did twos with
Ah.
artists back in the day. We got pretty high in rating, but I don't know skills.
Did you
So
guys
it's fun. But besides that, going back what Jonathan said, like collecting mounts, transmog, toys, like small stuff. What inspires of a rack for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that was fun. Like in Pandaria, when we'd hunt like with friends to get those rhino mounts.
Oh, hunting the warbringers, like
Yeah.
flying around looking for them.
And like we had no true tanks. It's fun because it's like a blitz.
Oh, it's just kiting running around.
Yeah.
That was freaking funny. For me,
I kind of like
No,
how
go-
they,
go for it, Dave.
Sorry. I kind of like how they added made it fun. But then it got repetitive after a while.
yeah. For me, what I find fun, I actually like herbing and farming. Like just trying to make a little gold for the day, for the week. Like I actually enjoy just going herb node to herb node, or creating like crafting things. Like I find that aspect fun, and especially playing the auction house game on my phone. Like just posting things in the middle of the day or at hot times or sniping things. I find that aspect a lot of fun, and I've actually been doing that lately, and I've sort of made like close to 40k. Yeah, just passively doing it. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
You buy and sell, or you
I
just
buy and
sell
sell.
your
I
stuff?
haven't really done a lot of herbalism, like farming things, because I want to unlock flying, so that way I can just fly around and herb. Because there's no point in doing it ground mounted. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right, we'll move on to the last topic. Prior to Battle for Azeroth, what would you like to see the group create or do? So let's
Can I answer that first?
so assuming that everyone comes back about a month or 2 months out, like what would you like that transition to look like?
I'd like our group to be able to do all the raids that we didn't do in normal, at least. So anything following
Yeah.
the Emerald Nightmare, so it would include the Child of Valor raid and like everything after that. That'd be a good transition into just building teamwork and team mechanics.
Yeah, plus
and
it'll
all
give
that.
us a great opportunity to find other people, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Mark. I wanna at least establish a server and sort of like recruit at least close to 50 people in order to preserve a guild that can last the Battle for Azeroth transition. Royce mentioned it last rating recap about how there's always a dip off because you're never sure on which players are going to stay and which players are going to leave. So at least I want to have a guild for everyone, and yeah, clearing out normal tier for every single expansion we missed would be a lot of fun too. I think that would roughly take us probably a week or maybe 2, because everyone's gonna be so geared by that point already. Considering normal is like the same thing as LFR item level wise. What about you, Jonathan? What would you like that transition to look like?
Same thing with you and
Yeah.
Mark said. Just do all the normal stuff before. Just clear it out, get some chemistry going
Yeah.
on. Also trying to like figure out what roles or what classes people want to play in case they want to switch, just so that they
Yeah.
can get used to it.
Or actually have everyone pick classes, right, David? No.
the deadline.
Can I get an extension
submit.
for 3 weeks in? What about you, David? What would you like the beginning of Battle for Azeroth to look like?
I think kind of what we're doing. Oh, before you
Yeah.
said, right? Like right before. I think everyone do their like pre-quests and all that stuff, and maybe just playing with each other, no matter what
Yeah.
it is, like we're doing now. Like, you can just be, I guess, I mean, most of you already know like, your For those that don't, they could just start, I guess, playing around with choosing what they're going to be for their expansion to come. About that, and just, I guess, bonding
Bonding by
by
gaming.
being all honest. Yeah. Bondage, you know. Everyone likes a good bondage every now and then.
I prefer the fuzzy cuffs. Nah. Have you ever considered leveling up 2 different classes in the first week of the expansion or something, David? And then pushing both, and then separating when it comes to raiding?
I kind of always do that, but like times 2, so 4. But I think this expansion, I'm really
Yeah.
just gonna choose one because time-wise, divide by 4 times
You'll
10.
be like the best raider ever, yeah, definitely.
I haven't told you guys I'm secretly a Blizzard developer, which is the reason why I try to raid an
You're class balancing. You just
So just know if I choose the same class.
nice. Alright, well that's it for the topics. At the end of the show, I usually let everyone give their own input or ask any things that are important to them. So, do either of you have any topics that you guys want to bring up?
Okay,
Alright,
I have a
go for it, David.
question.
It's gonna be spicy.
So like, I enjoy your
Uh-huh.
vlogs. And the gym one was especially. I wish my gym was like. Your gym looks chill and you can actually
Yeah.
put a video in it without being judged. But like the 24s in Hawaii here are like total opposite. Anyways, I was wondering if those gloves you're wearing is the same YMCA gloves,
No.
the Harbinger
No,
black
I
gloves.
actually bought those gloves recently because the last gloves I was wearing, they're all like torn up already. I couldn't even use them.
And I'd like to know why do you wear the
Because
gloves?
I don't like getting callus on my hands. I hate, I hate having callus on my hands. You know when it builds up and like you can pick at it like a scab and it's just hanging. I freaking hate that.
Yeah.
I think some people consider that as a reward when they're able to finally pick up their scab. That's just me.
We can find
Yeah,
out
you know
the
when you
buff
have
scab.
callus
Your
and then
scab.
after building it for a while,
Yeah.
all that skin just ends up getting corroded together. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So is there any other topics you guys want to talk about?
What
What
class are you
motivated
gonna
you?
play? Oh,
That too. But what motivated you to finally push that 225?
Well, well, basically, I took enough creatine to the point where I hit my maximum, so I can't take it anymore. So I was like, you know what? Might as well just go to my next level already. Nah, I want to do a huge cut right before in about like 4 weeks from now ish, and drop like 5 pounds. And 225 was always the goal for me. It was always something where, looking at it, it's like, wow, that's a lot of weight. I don't think I could ever hit that. But yeah, that one day I was like, screw it, I'll just do it already. Because if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Nice.
Is there any WoW-related questions you guys have?
I think
Yeah,
David
go
had
for
a
it,
question.
Is it pertaining to what class I'm planning on playing? No, I don't think so. Yeah.
okay.
Is it pertaining to what class I'm gonna play, Dave?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna ask you. Do you have a kind of solid decision?
Yeah,
on what
it's
you're
either a
gonna play?
Demon Hunter or a Paladin at this point. 100%. I like the class fantasy of Demon Hunters and the ability to solo elites
Yeah.
with it. Plus, leather classes are always fun. I know that, assuming everyone plays all these other leather classes, we're gonna be leather heavy. But I don't know. It's either that or I find
Isn't it
another guild,
bondage?
you know. No.
So Tank this is no longer.
Is this
Oh,
foreshadowing already?
Is this the end of
Shut
Tank?
up.
really for that bad?
Don't you like the mobility of Demon
Yeah,
Hunters over
But
Paladins?
I don't like how squishy I am as a Demon Hunter.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
how paladins are able to
Yeah,
mount
that's
up in
cool.
combat. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wait, did you say
I'm
you're
playing
playing
Demon
Demon
Hunter
Hunter
or Paladin. I haven't decided which one yet.
Oh,
I know
Oh,
that's
you
what
should go
everyone wants me
Paladin.
to do, man.
Yeah, I agree with
but
paladin.
I'm not a
Do
people
what everyone
pleaser.
wants you to do, dude.
I want to see Tank this again.
I know, right? Me too.
It'll remind me of Cataclysm.
Alright, well, that's what
That's
the
what the
people
people
want.
want, man.
So is that the end of your guys' topics, or you guys got any more?
Can we get a preview of the next week's
Next
episode?
week's episode, we're gonna talk about returning back and coming back. It's
Who's the
either gonna be. I haven't even asked them yet, but it's either gonna be Davis or Jeremy. No, that's state champ. Why are you so that
How
Yeah.
come again for fun? If
Yeah,
you
I'm planning
can
on.
get to the
I'm planning on.
Oh, why don't we just have a guild hall meeting?
Yeah,
already?
just have a guild
full
one.
on guild one. Ready?
Everybody is there.
I think that's what we want when we want freaking player or group or just member interaction. That's
Well,
what we want to do.
First off,
Think about
the
it.
whole reason why I'm doing all these is because I want to establish every single person's opinions first, and then creating a guild that can basically stand behind it, and everyone knows what everyone's page is. So that's why I've been going.
Oh, this
That's
is
why
like
I've been going individually.
yeah.
Yeah, these are secretly interviews where I can profile you guys and then choose the best strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monk
For the,
Giga.
I promise though, for the 10th episode, we'll do a full on thing with everybody.
Wait, what episode is this?
Oh, we
Close
can-
webcam?
Webcam.
Whoa, I'm down.
Oh, you gotta show
Yeah,
off your game
yeah,
somehow.
yeah. This is episode 6, so there's gonna be 3 more at least before that big collab one. But
That was gonna be the
Brad,
next
dude,
one.
don't worry about it.
Yes,
This
bro.
is fun. All right. If the people want to find you, Dave, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at
Nice.
RajPodge. Please don't follow me. Or Facebook, Mark
Nice.
Picasso.
If the people want to find you, Jonathan, where can they find you?
I'm on the Discord server. Fuck a shit. My name's John, and pictures usually an anime chick every week or so.
Nice. All right. Well,
Yeah.
this has been a fun episode. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.